Get a notification on my phone. Hey, welcome to the Higher Ed AV podcast at HETMA Presents at booth 2W400 at Integrated Systems Europe. My name is Joe Way. I am your host. And boy, do we actually have a really good one for you today. I can't hear myself now, though, except I can't hear myself. Okay, there we go. And I just got the notification that we are live on the community. We are live from the HETMA booth. What an amazing, amazing show this is and has been. We are starting our closing happy hour. 3 hours left of the show. It has been a long week. But it has been an amazing week. And this is the best of ISE episode that we do every year, except we're doing it live. And so if you're on the HETMA community watching, say hi, come in. We've got Chris Kelly over here producing for us. He's actually been the rock star all week. Hopefully you've been picking up all of the recordings we've been doing, and you had an opportunity to kind of see the show from our point of view. But go to higheredav.com. You'll be able to see all the great content that we've had throughout the week. And this is just our closeout show. We've got a little happy hour going on. This is where people come and close out. They know exactly how to do it. We started this last year. We do it at Infocom. We know how to end the show with everyone. I guess the big news is this. Right before I went live, I was at the ISE offices, and we are locked in for ISE 2027. Is it too early to talk about ISE 2027 while we're still in 26? No, because you know what? We're bigger. We're islanding it again. And speaking of an island, we also have our DJ Carbone, Mr. Lyle Waldron, DJ our happy hour here. So it is amazing. I'm getting a computer turned to me. I don't know if we're going to disconnect or not, but this is where I get to see. There people are. Tim Van Wart is. Hopefully, you all caught. Actually, I don't know if it's been posted yet, but they recorded an AV live yesterday. And live across the continents, across the ponds, did an AV live. So hopefully, you caught that or are catching it. I actually have no idea when it comes out, but because we've put out so much content this week. It has been the most amazing show. And the big news, do we have to change the hashtag from road to 10K to road to 15K? Because we passed 10K this week. The largest global organization for higher education technology managers. We did it. We crossed it. It has been, I'm going to talk about a few things that, from my point of view, of really what the biggest difference is from this show from any other. And that is that we had the people who came by. How many times I heard the words, "We need this. I need this." Your organization, how many people at different countries from India and South Africa, and Norway, and of course our Flanders group, Spain, everybody who say, I want a chapter where I am and I want to pull our people together. So those who listened to the episode on day one, BC set the over-under on how many community groups will be started due to this show. He set it at 16. The consensus was that the smart bet is take the under, because that's a pretty lofty goal. I think it's going to be the over. I can almost guarantee you that we're going to have the over. And we're no longer just a North American brand. We are global. You know, we threw it that way before, and we've said global, but I think this is the time that it's actually happening. And it's just the feeling we've got from people who just said, I have no representation. I have no one who speaks for me. And when we say we're an advocacy organization, and they're like, oh, great, how much does it cost? And no, it's free. We're free for all of our people. We always are. We always have been. We always will be. And they almost think like we're like, okay, well, what's the catch? What's the catch? No, there's no catch. We're just here for you. So that's why our booth next year, we are well, let's see, I'm going to do some math, 3 times the size we're doing next year, along with the EdTech Congress. It was amazing to talk to the EdTech people, and how so it's very different too. Again, a lot of Spanish people, the way they work and the way AV works in with people is just different. It's different cultures. It's different. I don't know what the right word is, different ways of working. I don't know. But it's just societal differences and how we're telling people, look, we're here to help give you the resources and you tell us what you need and we can help you, but we want you to do it in the way that works for you, in your culture and the way your country works. The language barriers, don't worry about, we'll take care of. You take care of it. We'll create a community group for you. Our 360 camera just went around. It looks like we just took out Ryan Gray. We now have an insurance claim from Ryan Gray. We don't. I'm just joking. But yes, we have a 360 camera here. People are having fun with and posting it. Maybe you saw some of those on some socials and LinkedIn and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to use a mouse at the same time that I'm doing a show. I just want to see if there's more chit-chatting. Post content today, all right, full episode Monday. There we go. I'm going full. That was, all right. I don't know. I'm going back. I'm just talking. All right, so I'm going to bring some guests on to talk about the best of ISE and what we saw. So we started it with BC. We're going to end it with BC. Mr. BC Hatchet, will you come join the show? He doesn't hear me. BC Hatchet, please come and have a seat here. We're going to talk about the best of ISE, the things that meant something to you, and your takeaways and all of that. So let's see. I'm going to unmute you here. All right. Get in here. We did learn this week that BC does not know how to speak into a microphone.
Does it like this?
Oh, you sound good. I don't.
It's that day 4 voice.
Oh, we're down to so now we're down so Tim Van Wart left. Well, no,
Tim.
He left us, but we do have Ray.
What's going on, Ray?
Ray, how's it going?
The thing with him though, he'll probably jump back on once he gets in a car.
Yeah, I know because if you're watching in North America, it's like it's 4 a.m. at back home.
Yeah.
All right, so best. I want your initial takeaway, because you've now been here 3 times, 4 times?
3 times.
3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Takeaway from just top level takeaway.
I love it. I love the fact that we have a booth. I remember when I was first coming up in AV and I heard about ISE, I was like, ooh, that would be a fun thing to do. But I knew if I went into my boss and said, hey, can I go to Europe to a trade show? He would probably just fire me. But now going from year 1 where we were kind of an attendee to now having a legit booth at ISE, it's something that I never even thought of. So
legit booth.
A legit booth.
And how many people come by it? Have we set our reputation again?
We have. I mean, it's just I think that was the thing that kind of struck me funny was yesterday somebody came out and said, you all are just going on about good times, like in a foreign accent.
So someone from Louis Vuitton came.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, I just stopped here because you guys look like you're fun.
Yes, you're fun.
I don't even know what this is, and
that's what they tell us in Orlando and Vegas. You all just like you're the fun booth. I'm like, yes, that's what we sell is fun and community.
We sell fun. We sell community. Let's talk about a few of the key things.
Okay.
Let's talk. Crestron has been awesome this year. We were able to swing by, talk about what they're doing, and kind of your impression as we went by there.
Fantastic booth as always. I mean, Crestron always brings it at every trade show possible. I like the way that they've got theirs designed this year, where it's kind of set up in community. It's not like a big wall of equipment and you just got to take your best guess at what's what. It is really thoughtfully segmented out and laid out to where, if you're trying to look at a specific application or look at a specific topic, you've got that capability without having to be crushed in with everybody else looking at stuff.
Absolutely. And what I noticed this year, it was kind of interesting. My best of thing with them was how they were doing catered tours for people. And it's not come stop by, do the booth tour, but it was like, are you in education? Great. Here, we have the classroom set up for you.
Yeah, it was,
by the way, you have conference rooms. Here's it set up for you.
It was a curated experience. Like you didn't have to see all the stuff that had no applicability. Plus, it saves you time. I mean, how many booths do we have at this show? Like hundreds? There's no way to see them all.
It's thousands.
Okay.
But you know what? There's only one important one, and that's at 2W400.
It's the best one here.
I know, because the AV world comes here. How about Panasonic?
Panasonic always, they always have fantastic stuff with the show. I don't think this year I saw a new short throw that they've got coming out. We were seeing more and more short throws because it's a little bit of a cheat code when we're dealing with architects and lighting designers, because they always want to hang those lovely lights right in front of our projectors. So now we can sneak them a little bit closer and eliminate that as a problem.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a reason that it was, I think it got best of show, right? Yes. I mean, you don't just do that for, no reason.
No, you thoughtfully design and bring it.
Yeah, and they had a great party. The Panasonic party
so much fun.
Never
disappoints.
Never disappoints.
Beautiful venue. And that's the fun thing about ISE too is, when we have the ones over in North America, it's, you're going to this restaurant or this bar or this event venue. Everything here is in an historic place. Like one we went to was a castle. I mean, it's just like, never think about going to an event at a castle like that. So.
I know. So, and it was, and they had it at the butt boat. So, and if you come to ISE, everybody, you will have to go to the museum.
Maritime Museum. Yep. See the butt boat.
Yeah. Can we change their name of the Maritime Museum to just the butt boat?
The butt boat. They should. I mean, it's an ISE rite of passage. You've got to go see the butt boat.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
Oh no, this is gonna hurt.
Troy just got out the cowbell. I don't know if the mics are killing the cowbell, but he's got the cowbell on. Oh boy. There we go.
What do you think? Are you glad he brought the cowbell as opposed to the T-shirt cannon, or would you rather have the T-shirt?
You do know that we got a request for the T-shirt cannon?
We did.
Someone actually came by and asked if the T-shirt cannon was here, and I admitted that I'm the one that said let's not do that. But we do have a back wall that he could have
bounced them right off of. It would have been so much fun.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Shenanigans are afoot.
I know. 2 doors down from us is InnoGenie.
Yes.
InnoGenie came strong this year.
They had a fantastic.
How about
booth.
what about that USB box thingy?
It's like a little all-in-wonder box. Like
all-in-wonder box.
It just gets they just get smaller and smaller and do more and more. It's probably my favorite thing that I've seen so far this week, to be honest.
Yeah, and they donated one for our happy hour.
Yeah.
And so we're going to give it away, a free one, $700.
I know.
And if you're here, don't even have to be present to win. What do we have? Do we have comments?
Tim has a fever and he needs more cowbell.
Oh Lord, it picks it up just. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, a cast. Yeah. Good morning. Oh, we have more participants. I'm just kind of watching here. Look at that. Welcome everybody. No, InnoGenie, and here's the funny thing about InnoGenie. My pen doesn't work anymore.
Dude, I wouldn't do that.
I know. Well, it's not an ISE unless you come back with 8 diseases.
I was going to say because Ryan took that out of his back pocket. So.
Oh crap!
Yeah, exactly.
Well, HETMA's getting photobombed. All right, there we go. I need another pen though, because this pen doesn't work. Here we go. Oh, we have the HETMA brand. Wait,
the vintage
branded Atlona pen. HETMA branded. Atlona rocks. All right, but yeah. So I mean, InnoGenie, because they've been here, they come by. He was like working the crowd at yesterday's happy hour.
It was fantastic.
They loved it, it's an incredible product. And we had people come and go, "Wait, you do what? This thing does what?" And yeah, there's a free one being given away.
Yeah,
you got it, BC. I don't know what that was what that was, about, but it was. All right. The other team we have to talk about, who's right behind us, is ScreenBeam.
I know.
ScreenBeam are a diamond partner.
I mean, they've come very heavy in the education segment in the past few years, and their booth was impressive, always packed, like plenty of people, and one key thing they had this year was gelato.
They did have the gelato. So you got a beer from us and gelato from them.
Yep.
And Rico next door with
Coffee and espresso.
We had the
Yep.
trifecta.
It was perfect.
The trifecta.
Snacks in front over here. Right?
Yeah. No. And here's the thing with Screenbeam was funny because they were coming by while we were setting up, and and they're saying, "Hey, well, I want you to come and see what we're showing." And it's hard to it's hard to come away from a booth and go see, especially if we were working it.
Yeah.
But we had our education people yesterday who were swinging by and going, "Did you see that? Did you see what they're doing?
They were
Did
very
you see their
impressed.
measurement?" Going, "Wait, I need to go." And I walked around and I got gelato and got to see all the devices.
But
It was amazing.
But could you get in? Because a couple times I swung by, the booth was too busy for me to really get in and dig into
Dude,
it.
they've got traffic.
Yeah, a lot of traffic.
They
so
have traffic.
I was really happy for them this year.
And I really think that it was great for us to be next to them because it kind of created that, I don't know, a synergy with, and by the way, maybe next year we need to use Screenbeam for our screens.
I think so.
Because we're a little janky laptopy HDMI.
I mean,
Don't open the closet next to us.
No, this is
that
this
way.
is a
Don't
true
open
AV
the
Pro
closet.
setup because it's all MacGyvered all to pieces.
Oh yeah. We did learn that Teddy doesn't know how to do a gaff tape.
No,
That's the jankiest gaff tape job I've ever seen.
it's not great. But you know what? It works. It works. But it's
Janky. Oh, look at that. We have 3 pieces of swag left.
Yes.
And
I've heard so many compliments on our swag. Apparently, the swag game was down this year around the
and
show.
not only that, we always win the swag
We
game.
always
And then when it's low, it's even more. Oh, bartender, can I have another beer? Oh, and our HETMA mugs. Who hasn't seen the HETMA mug?
Dude, those things flew past couple of days.
It's road to 10K. That's now road to 15K because we have our 10K. We did. We got our 10K.
We didn't even ring the bell for that. Should have rang the bell.
We should have rang the
Should
bell.
have rang the bell.
All right. Well, I'm getting my beer. Where's your beer? It's happy hour.
I know it's happy hour. I'm fighting the
Are you? It's sad hour.
right
I
now.
know. You can't fight. We're all coming back.
We're all coming back sick.
Oh, Nisha. All right, we got Nisha on
Nisha,
too.
what's happening?
I know, and Lyle's DJing right now the party. So look at that. We got 2 Trinidad and Tobago's.
I gotta say,
Tobagos.
Lyle
Tobago.
DJing this thing.
What did you just give me? Ham in my? You just put a piece of ham. Can I eat it?
I would think so.
I have beer soaked. That's good.
All right.
Come on.
Compromiso.
Mm-hmm.
Un cerveza.
All right. Let's go Logitech. We got to talk about Logitech.
Okay, Logitech.
Came in strong.
Always. I mean, they're, they to me, they make some of the best ones out on the market when it comes to collaboration. And one of the things that I loved about us with Logitech this year is we're right across from the connected classroom.
That they powered the connected classroom.
Yes.
Powered by. Does it say powered? It does say
powered by Logitech.
It is the connected classroom, powered by Logitech. So anyway, they have the new. I wish I knew the name of the thing. The AI camera, whatever it's crap.
I know we need
Crap. You know what?
cheat. Call in. We need
I know someone on the comments can tell us the actual model and brand number, but the AI. Oh my flippin'. It was amazing, and they have it right across from us. So, our location of having the connected classroom right here, but education comes through, and they see us. Okay, here's the fun thing. More people came for us than the connected classroom. The connected classroom got business because of us. I said the quiet part out loud.
Oh no!
But it's what
happens.
happens.
But it is. But you know what? It made perfect sense for them to be right next to us. We live in the classroom, so we needed them.
But it made the perfect kind of like you go classroom, us, screen beat, boom, 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 right?
It was great.
But so here's the thing: when the Logitech people came by, and they're donating one of the AI cameras for our happy hour raffle as well. What I saw, and again, I know we're North Americans or whatever, and we're not always in this. So we don't always know the reps. They're new people, right? Like when we're in InfoComm, we know everybody, right? So when they come over here, I didn't even know the girl worked at Logitech. I mean, outside of it, yes, she had it on her shirt, but I didn't know for like 3 minutes because she just felt like she wanted to be part of our group.
Just come over.
I thought she was part of a education institution because she's like hanging out. She's like, oh no, I'm Logitech, and I'm just bringing you the raffle item. And I'm like, oh, she's like, this is fun. Again, fun. Ryan Gray is making. Don't you even start rapping?
No,
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, Ryan is making an announcement.
My happy hour rolls on.
I don't know if you all can hear that or not.
Come get a drink. Come get a snack. We don't stop until the show floor closes. HETMA booth 2W400.
There we go. He's doing it. Can you all hear it? I don't know if you. Yes, you can. They can hear you.
DJ Carbone live from the island of Trinidad
And Tobago.
Well, that's
So 2 islands,
He's on Trinidad.
but he's from the University of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
We are global. Dude,
Tobago or Tobago?
it's Tobago. It is not Tobago. Tomato and
still on the
tomato.
show floor. You've got to come to the HETMA booth because someone's got to drink all of that we have.
We
here.
still have a full keg underneath, I think.
Oh no, we do.
That's 160 more beers we got to go through, plus that one.
Okay, so I've just been informed there's a whole other keg under the table, so we got to get after this, friends. HETMA booth, let's go.
There we go. So now we're done with that announcement because we have the best deal on the show floor. We trade beers for badge cans.
Easiest transaction
Yeah.
you'll ever come across.
Absolutely. All right. No, so Logitech knocked it out, have it in their own booth, have it sponsoring a connected classroom, creating, because here's the thing, everybody, there's a space for education. In fact, there's actually a whole hall for education right here. And it's catered to us and everyone that we are here to serve. And that was really the cool thing about it. And then we're the anchor of the whole thing with the connected classroom. So, so that's also, we have to give a shout out to ISE just for saying, those who listened back to my episode with Mike Blackman, he said something on that was, we go find the people who do the things. We put on trade shows. We don't know your market. And that's why ISE came to us and said, look, you've got to be here, 2 show floors, 2 booths, so that we can help you serve your people, right? And that's why I think that's one of my things that I'm thankful for ISE because they recognize that. Yes, this is a business for them, right? They're in the trade show business. They want people here. But they to me, they said, you're important. I don't know what the right words of saying it. They don't want to tell us how to cater our experience. They want us.
There you go.
Right?
You go. They want us to develop our programs for our people.
Correct.
That's what we are.
Yes, absolutely. Well, BC, I'm going to excuse you from the show, and I'm going to bring somebody else.
Always
in.
a pleasure. Who would you like to get? Who do I need to yell at?
I kind of want Ryan on because Ryan and I need to come here because we have to talk about marathon time. Marathon 2 hour.
Oh Lord, that one where y'all are still talking and talking and talking. All right, have fun, kids.
Thank you, BC.
Always a pleasure.
All right. So we're going more. Ryan Gray is going to join in a second here. The happy hour is going. People are grabbing the jamon. They're grabbing the cheese plates. We got wine. We got stuff. Will you just sit down? Dude, we vamped for 2 hours, man. Okay. If anything proves that we can vamp, and is it live yet? We haven't posted it yet, right? Because we have to edit it together. Yeah. And by the way, no one will listen to that entire thing. Is that a dare? It's a dare.
Somebody does need to listen to that entire thing.
Yes. In fact, 2 people need to listen. Yeah. 2 people need to listen to the whole thing.
2 people do, because there are prizes to be won. I mean, there are no prizes whatsoever involved in listening to that whole. All right, so how long was it?
2 hours and 18 minutes or something. Because remember, we have to cut because our producer was still learning.
Your producer was trying to help.
He was actually helping. Yes. Because, did we tap into their keg? Are we out? That's the dead keg? Oh, we are on the last keg. God. Okay, we are on the last keg.
Because I've tried to check a keg through TSA before, and it does not work. You cannot take that as your carry-on.
Well, because it's liquid.
And no gels, no liquids, no gels.
Because I was like, well, you could check it.
I wonder what would happen.
Well, could you just imagine showing up and checking it, and they
I
put
wanna
the little
try.
thing on it?
Well, they've got handles, so you could loop it through.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
Is someone gonna try to do it? Are we
Oh, they're
borrowing
looking.
that? Wait, we
She's
have
looking.
people coming.
No.
What are you looking?
We have an empty
Do
under
you need
here.
an empty keg, or do you want to bring us more? Because if you bring us more, we don't know what to do with it.
I know.
Uh-oh, are we in trouble? No, they're pulling something out. I think we might be in trouble.
No, we're not. No.
They can't take it because it's our happy hour.
So,
I think they're coming to get it.
oh look, there's people watching.
There are people watching. Yes, we have 7 participants.
Nisha's on there.
Yeah.
Tim, Grant, what's up, Grant? And Mullins. That's an award-winning audiovisual professional.
Uh-huh. Oh, chat. We're chat. Oh, hi, Ryan.
Yeah.
Hi, Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, she said good morning, gentlemen. So I did get a good morning. I didn't get a personal call out.
No, it's all right.
Oh, we not team hi, Ryan.
But what's fun is
and
it's,
Ryan's in that. Why does Ryan get?
sorry, brother. That's what you. That's what
yep,
you get
the
for
kegs.
being
The dam's leaving. Estrella Dam.
straight. Dom. Say it.
Dam.
Dom.
Dom. Estrella Dam. Okay.
No, this is what I get because I am authentic and organic, and that's what makes that's why the people enjoy it.
All right. So let's talk about. By the way, we vamped because rather than just talking about the fact that we were on a 2-hour podcast, why were we on a 2-hour podcast?
I'll tell you what's worse than being on a 2-hour podcast is then on another podcast
Thanks, Tim.
recapping your 2-hour podcast. This is. I feel like that should remain in the past. You know what I'm saying? And we don't. But I will say, here's the best part about that podcast is. No, I don't know if it's the best part, but one of the parts is
It was a part.
one of the parts is that I was on the podcast from 2 different physical locations.
Yes. Oh yeah, because we had Ryan and Roe. 3 locations technically.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like I made it from one show to
the
another
other
show during the duration of the podcast.
All right, so I do want to. So people who haven't, because if you're watching live, you haven't had that episode yet because I haven't put it out yet. But you have heard us talk about how we have 2 booths because
Go
they
for
bought the Ed Tech conference, right? And so what one? So a 2-part question: impressions of Ed Tech Congress. Second, people when they walked by and said, "What's that?" Because we had up on the screen the other show in both locations, and since you were in both, what was that takeaway, and what people kind of think about?
Yeah, so that's easy. Impression of Ed Tech is the people there are engaged. Those are not casual goers.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes at a big trade show, people are wandering, they're looking around. Those people came to see everything that was available. It wasn't like, oh, that doesn't look like my thing. Everyone stopped to know who we are, what do you do, how does this happen? And I was really impressed. They came to do as much business as we came to do.
Yeah.
But it has that feel, and I don't know if anybody's already said it, of like EDUCALS, right? Where you've got this blend of educational technology, AV creeping in a way, and pedagogy and these other things that really like the marriage of co-locating that with this show in the future. I love, and here's why I love it. It's because it bridges everything that I work on in one place. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, my job description is now in one show.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, it's literally like the part of my job that's not AV and all that is committees and other things looking at our educational roadmap and those things we're doing and how are we teaching and what is our quality and all that, which is what they're talking about. And so that idea of this is a place where there's so many times where people think of AV as, well, that's an IT technology thing, and pedagogy, that's a learning thing, as if they're not completely, totally intertwined.
Yeah.
So I just like the idea of bringing those 2 groups together because they'll learn from each other. And so many of our people sit at that intersection already.
100%.
I think we're kind of well positioned to help bring those 2 groups together.
100%. I do want to go back and talk to, again, this is Best of ISE, and
Yes.
that was it. But
Yeah.
it's not a show without our great partners, BIAMP. You
Yes.
were here, coming in strong. What were your impressions and kind of your best ofs with that?
Yeah, so there are a couple things on BIAMP, because I got the privilege of kind of talking with almost like all of our partners. It's kind of ironic that now on the last day I'm sitting back in this chair talking to this microphone, because I've been doing it all week. But actually, ironically, like, it's my favorite thing to do, because people ask, like, what have you seen at the show? And my answer is, I've seen the people who came to talk.
Yeah.
And that's actually my favorite part of it anyway. But we just finished going around doing some little snippets of video and some different booths that'll be coming out.
Yeah.
One of the things BIAMP is doing that I like is if you know their ecosystem, right? They've had what they call it launch, but it's their version of, you put in our mics, you put in our speakers, they're all PoE, they're all one cable, and then you press this button and it auto-tunes your conference room, and you don't have to do it. Well, they're taking that to another level for bigger rooms, classrooms, but they'll auto-tune it for voice lift. So you declare, here's the front of my classroom, I want this voice lift for my instructor, and now it doesn't matter if your instructor puts a lav on or not.
Yeah.
Not only do they get picked up for the recording, they get voice amplified into the other areas, and it kind of tunes and happens automatic. So especially for, in-house integrators or people where we're doing this work on our own, that idea that, like, you can, their automatic way of doing it makes that part easy for us. And then people move the chairs around or the thing, you just go in there and rerun it.
Yep.
It retunes the room, no feedback, no nothing, and every student can hear, whether they're willing to raise their hand and say, I can't hear or not, you know that they're getting that reinforcement.
Yeah. 100%.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
They call it presenter lift,
But
which I laughed at every time because it just made me think of like an instructor standing in the front and then like a stage, an elevator lifts them up. I was like, oh, that's a presenter lift, like a scissor lift.
what's that, the Korean artist that, there's like a meme where he shoots up?
Yes, it's like Psy.
Yeah.
At the thing where he's under, dude, that video, because he's crouching under the stage. The best part is the signal he gives when it's time he's there, and he goes, and then boom, they launch him. That's presenter lift. It's a good thing I didn't think of that during that interview, or I'd have laughed in the middle of it. But yeah, BIAMP presenter lift was very cool.
I'm going to say also, I have no idea why this company came to mind as soon as we said that, because I'm going to say the one company I was most impressed with and I learned the most about, VizRT.
Yeah.
She was awesome sauce.
Yes.
If you haven't gone back and listened about that. Because, again, not people, and maybe here in Europe, but we're not as familiar with the company in North America, right? And you were kind of open with that too, and like, okay, tell us more, and they're like, wait, y'all used to be, so you kind of started India, like, you're going like, that was like a low key flex.
Oh yeah. So that's a fun one. I forget that that day you were at the other place. You had to listen to me interview people. So I should have been messing with you the whole time. But yeah, so here's the funny part is when we first started to meet them, we were calling them a Vizrt. And very quickly it was, no, it's VizRT, but it's VIZRT. And yeah, Vizrt or VIZRT comes from a large company that is a background in broadcasting. They purchased NewTek a little while ago, and so that's how they pulled an NDI, and everybody knows the TriCaster. That comes from them.
Yeah.
That's their background in that. But they've got a new partnership with Zoom, and watch Hired AV.
It kind of teased that for Infocom.
Oh, so, dude, brother,
Yes.
listen. So if you're live, I love it. If you go right now and the HETMA Presents podcast feed, if you're not subscribe to it, go there now, because all of our interviews are already up on that feed. If you don't follow the Hired AV Media YouTube, go follow it now. All of our interviews are already up and live, and we're working on the articles where we're diving deeper. All of those will be posted before we leave the town. You know what I'm saying? But what you're going to find is they've got this partnership with Zoom, and what they're doing is bringing those tools for like video production, that is graphics and dynamic things, like making your video work look like broadcast to your laptop.
Yeah.
to Zoom, to your Zoom meeting or your Zoom webinar or your classroom recording or anything like that. And what's coming is as an app in Zoom Marketplace.
Yeah.
So it's not, there's not a box, there's no install, there's no anything. So you can, that way of like, everyone's looking like, you get pressure to do more with the same or do more with less money. And this is a way, I think, to take video work up another notch on your own laptop, if that makes sense. Other thing I saw is they have this thing where, so people come in from different Zoom calls and they cut you out of that Zoom call and they take those people and then put them into another frame as if they're all sitting at like the same table. So you could have like us doing our sports commentary as if we're sitting at the same table, except we're not. As a Zoom add-on, not as a big production truck level thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to watch. I'd never heard of them before, so that's why the interview went that way, is like, let me embody a person of our membership that hasn't heard of VizRT and find out what they're all about.
And to go full circle, to talk about sportscasting,
yes,
we definitely
I dropped
go back to the 2 hour.
We do some live commentating of things happening on camera.
Yep.
Some of it's good. Some of the things that happened on camera were unfortunate. Some of it we might have to pixelate. One person's ear in particular.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you know who's making a huge showing here is Zoom.
Yeah.
Coming in big, and we're seeing it everywhere.
Yeah.
How they're having the booth. Now finally our bartenders paying attention.
Be nice to him.
Oh my gosh. Finally we're getting served the way we deserve to be served. I mean,
you know they're going to mess with your beer if you keep doing that, right?
Oh.
Putting a pepperoni in it, or
I know. How did I get jamon in my drink?
I tried to garnish it for you. And you did not.
No, it was cute. It was cute.
No, all right. So let me talk about Zoom. You be quiet for a second.
Yeah.
So first, Zoom is everywhere in the world. All right, we know. Zoom is probably represented in 100 or more booths here, right?
Yep.
Zoom is everywhere.
That's the point I want to get at.
They're everywhere. And like we just talked about this implementation they have with VizRT, they've got those partnerships everywhere. They want to be like video transport, not just conferencing, not just the boring multi-box meeting you're in. The way they put it is like, they want
save in the house.
I know. They want to be a mainstay for professional audiovisual video transport, and they're moving that direction. Because you know what I'm saying, they want to embody that.
Tim wrote, "Joe, be quiet, never."
Exactly, what? Tim. Exactly. Can we mute? I'm the editor in chief. Can we mute Joe? Thank you so much. No, he's smarter than to do that. See, I was saying something smart. Oh, just
Zoom
they want to
everywhere.
be that Zoom. They want to be that higher.
Zoom wants to be Zoom. That would be good for them to do that.
And but we're all used to a Zoom call where everybody's in their own square and it's 720 or maybe 580, and there's people that have like killer cameras, and you put it through Zoom and it looks like everybody else's webcam.
Yep.
So they're really stepping that up. What they teased is that basically was at InfoComm we're going big.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about all they're willing to say. They said a few other things when we were off microphone. So I'll just
under embargo. Welcome back to having a media company.
That's
when
what
you
I'm saying
know. So I'm going to ask you that. How does it feel when you get all this information and you can't say it and you really want to?
No. It's exciting. It's exciting because here, like, I'll give you an example. We were at a booth that I will leave it unnamed at this point, but we were going around doing the thing, and it's a booth that I had just done some install work with, right? And I had bought some things, and the guy told me, he's like, look, I need to show you something, but I think it's going to make you mad. I was like, oh, crap, what? And he goes back, and in their secret thing in the back, they had a new product that is an updated version of a thing that I have bought, right? And you're immediately, like, the thing is like, that, yes, that's better. That's what I needed. And they're worried I would be mad about that. I'm pumped about it. That means that thing is coming to everybody.
Yes.
It's coming to everybody. Of course, things are going to continue to move. When I would get mad.
But you know what that is? That's listening to the customer.
Well, and this particular one is famous for listening to the customer.
Yep.
Like, our feedback has gone into doing it. But what would make me mad is people showing the same thing today they were showing 4 years ago.
Yep.
What makes me pumped is not only do we have new stuff today, 6 months from now in Las Vegas, 4 months from now, whatever, we've got more new stuff.
I can't wait to
I
listen
love
to you interviewing them and going, no, and I did talk to you at ISC.
So
now
most
it's
of what
public.
they let fly was afterwards, not
Yeah.
before. And interestingly, I will not name. Oh no, I already said it was Zoom. Never mind.
Yes,
I
you
won't
did.
name any more
All right,
about
before I have you step out, I want you to talk
that. Oh
about
dear
one
God,
more.
I can leave.
Yeah, but you have to talk because this is a best of.
Yeah.
And we can't talk about a best of without Plexus AV.
Mhm.
You want to talk about a company. So here's the thing. We met them 2 years ago
Yep.
here, and they were the ones that walked up and go, who are you? What are you? And it was before we had the booth when we took over the Influencer Lounge.
Yeah,
And they're like, who's this ragtag group taking over the Influencer Lounge?
they're
And
squatting.
they're like, will you come by our
squatting at
booth?
this. Yeah.
And we're like, and we were talking about it, and now, they're coming in like, hey, we want to sponsor it, we want this, but the product, you want to talk about how to do AV over IP, that's
Yeah.
how you do it. So
Yes.
talk about your impressions there, because you got a great conversation with
I did, and again, I'll tease and say, go and listen to these people, because listening to them in their own words talk to our community is great. And when they get off the rails, I try and bring them back in. But here's the thing: if there's a lot of campuses that see the value of AV over IP, right?
Yep.
They want to do that, but for the most part, it's ecosystem based.
Yeah.
It's not sharing; it's inoperable, and we have that beginning of the rising standards of other things. So Plexus AV, same thing. They're a brand of a larger company that came from broadcast and other things, and they're moving in this way because they want to make Pro AV over IP as ubiquity as standards like NDI are in
Yes.
broadcast.
Yep.
One, they play with a lot, but they're all in on IPMX
Yes.
and leading a consortium to certify devices to be fully IPMX translatable. So if you have a campus and you want to go the AV over IP route, but you don't want to be stuck to one company once
With
you
Plexus,
do so.
did it stall on Plexus as soon as we said Plexus? Oh, Troy,
Oh, it did.
we're stalled.
No, but that was
But we're talking about Plexus now.
so it
that
worked.
actually worked. Like, that's fantastic. It's almost like we planned it.
And we could have said that if you didn't give it away by going, it stalled.
I mean, that's what
Work with me, brother. You gotta just roll with it. You know what I'm saying?
but that's why I'm a rookie.
Yeah. No,
I
here's a rookie. The thing to watch with them is that, which is there's a lot of tech managers, and I'm one of them, that like getting stuck with just one company, one manufacturer, and feeling like you're trapped in it is limiting, because then you go, I can't choose the right thing for this install. And they're a leader in that. So they're really taking that approach, right? They're here out there with their first encoder decoder. They have a whole roadmap for other hardware, but it's also their software to manage all of your multi-manufacturer AP, so you can get the both worlds, which is I have the interoperability of a standards-based thing, but also the dashboarding and management of an ecosystem. So they're one to watch and keep an eye on for sure.
Absolutely. All right. You may leave, but you're not done. You're going to sit there, and Chris Kelly is going
That's
to
a
come
good
sit
idea.
here.
I agree with that. I
Okay.
think that's great. He works so real hard to not be on camera.
I know.
And
Well, no,
need
we
to fix
have
that.
his bald head.
Dude,
in
he's-
many shots.
do you know?
We're going to talk about the obvious.
Oh, dude, the
This
two
is
of you
why-
next to each other is hysterical. That being said, all week I've been having to look at Chris and watch his face going, oh, this guy, boring. He's messing up again. God, come on. So
All right, let's swap it.
Here we go.
Switch. Where the producer takes the reins. The producer takes the reins. Oh, we got two chats. What do we got on the chat? I'm going here. Am I going up or down? Which way are we going? Chris looks like Joe and sounds like Ryan. Bye, Ryan.
the problem is that should be the best of both worlds, but it's actually the worst.
So last night when we were recording the AV Life,
Hi, Chris.
they could hear a disembodied voice. And at first they thought it was Ryan. So Tim thanked Ryan for the assistance. And then they got a little in the shot, and they became even more confused.
Are we pouring out more? Are we pulling out more wine? All right. Did we buy a case of wine? How much wine do we have? Are we all taking a bottle home with us?
Yeah, 5 more.
Oh wait, sorry. I don't know what Tim Van Wart face palmed. All right. Here we go. We have to talk about the obvious. How many times this week do people confuse you with me with you? You got to talk about it.
Way too
and it
many.
was hilarious. And important people in the industry, too.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people really complimented me on the presentations that I had done over the week. I didn't do any presentations this week, Joe. Some people really enjoyed your presentations, which means they saw you live
On stage.
before that time recently and still thought I was you.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
For you or me?
Well, so we had this conversation last night. I'm like, maybe if I don't want to do it, I can now accept them and I'll just send you instead to do them for me.
A lot of people might not know the difference.
You know what? No, they would know a difference because you would say something smart. That would give it away that it wasn't me.
And I just can't be quite so fun and flashy.
But what you are the patent owner, trademark owner of Fun and Flashy, though.
I've made a pin or two in my time.
Oh, all right. So I do want to say one thing from my heart, and then I'll go back to making stupid jokes. And that is, when we come here, while yes, it's fun, we're going to Barcelona, you get to go out on the town. We're here as HETMA to work and serve. And you've done that better than anyone else. Sitting here, producing, getting content out, following up, texting, hey, what's this? What's the Twitter of this? And what's that? So I want to say from my heart, thank you. That is the heart of a volunteer that's giving everything. And I think you're doing it because it means something to you, not because I'm getting a free trip out to Barcelona. So I want to say that.
No, I think even if I was helping from the States, I would be doing what I could to assist. It's not about that. It's about the organization, what the organization means, what it continues to mean, and hopefully mean to more people throughout the world now. There's so many people that will never be able to get here. It's just not a reality for them. And don't even have a vision about the sheer scope and size of this place.
Yeah, so talk about it. So this is your first time here, your first ISE. Impressions?
It is enormous, and I could not make it through all of it. I've made it through a handful of halls, and I hear tell of halls 6, 7, and 8. They seem like a fairy tale to me. They might as well be. At least I got to see the drones
Troy is
when
now
they were.
bartender.
The drone show helped me see the drones that are supposedly in hall 8.
That was a pretty cool drone show, though.
It was. We do have some footage of the drone show that we are going
From your
to be-
room? Is it from your room?
There is footage of the drone show from my room, and there is other footage as well. So it's all part of our.
There's an article and footage already up at hiredav.com for the drone show.
Oh,
Go to
look at that.
hiredav.com
For
right
all
now.
that and a host of I don't know.
and everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to check it out, it was awesome. And not just drones, synchronized
Orchestra, with an orchestra.
and synchronized to a giant transparent LED covering the entire front of the building.
Yes.
This
But-
is the producer signing off.
If Atkins is around, we have to talk about his experience with that. It's hilarious. Anyway, so keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, so just trying to navigate and figure out the flow of things it's a lot to take in. You can look at a map, but none of it does it justice. It's overwhelming, and it's amazing things. I mean, you're going to see things here that you won't see anywhere else for a long time.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Because so I lost my train of thought, which, actually, as people listen to my show would know that I do that all the time. ISE is one of those shows, and I was just actually here over recording AV Week. And what was brought about that is the change in the industry. It used to be, and EFOT mentioned, how's it going? EFOT mentioned that it used to be that Infocom was where everyone released everything. Now it's ISE releases everything, which is great for higher ed. Love Infocom, all that, but look at the timing. This is where we get to go here. That's why, because you have listened to every Higher Ed AV episode, we used to do our best of ISE, and it was very little product talk because all the product talk was Infocom. Now here's the product talk, right?
Because now is a time where it can make a difference. In summer, yes, I may see amazing things that I'll try and remember the following, early spring when I'm going to buy it. Here, I can see it. I can get a PO. I can make it part of a design. It can become part of what I'm going to do.
Absolutely. So speaking of great products, Uniguest, we have digital signage. Did you get actually to the digital signage hall yet?
I did. I made it over to see Uniguest's display there, and they have some great stuff going on. Particularly, they're trying to broaden things out into some of the emergency alerting and things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really neat to see some of what they're doing. And it's a lot more than just digital signage. They have a product that helps open up a lot of doors and expands beyond just the simple concept of signage.
Absolutely. And one thing I love about Uniguest, and then, kind of full disclosure, may or may not be a customer, is the fact that their software platform allows me, like what you were saying, with emergency notification, with digital signage, with everything. It works on whatever hardware I have, so I can serve an entire university, because we know how many different silos we have of, well, this group doesn't do this. Well, guess what? I can give you a platform that can serve you in the way you need it. And that's what I love about it. And they're expanding that, right? And to see, one of the things when I was by their thing, how many partners they work with. And that's actually rare to see with digital signage, is how many partners. And that to me was kind of like the cool part of it.
Am I allowed to jump in from over here?
Yeah.
I'll give you my impression of Uniguest.
Okay.
And I'm pumped because they're one that we didn't do an interview here, because they wanted to do it afterwards to make sure we were able to dive into details, right? And their booth was packed.
Uh-huh.
It was packed over there. You got this impression of Uniguest and what they do could make a giant campus kind of feel like a smaller community place where you know what's going on. All right, I can see.
Do you know
now.
that I kicked you off the show?
Yeah, but you.
But you know
left
what?
me
You did
here.
say, I love Uniguest.
Yeah. I didn't know
But you're
anything
still
about
talking. You know what? Do you not love Chris? Do you think he's not capable of sitting in that chair and holding his own? That you have to step in? Are you feeling bad?
Or does it just feel like you're looking into a weird mirror?
Wait, is this the point where I apologize to you? Oh.
Remember, the producer has the mutes.
Now I'm going to apologize to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of cool, Igloo.
I
Yeah.
I've been seeing more and more of Igloo because of video meetings I'm on with Mr. Ryan Gray, and getting an idea of what he is working on down there. Seeing the implementation here, the room that they had set up over there at Igloo, they had it going through trees. They had it looking like a technology, almost like lines of electric going on, and you feel like you're in it.
Yep.
It's it's powerful and almost scary at first because it makes you feel like you're somewhere else.
Yes. I almost thought Ryan Gray was going to come back on the mic, but
Were you inviting me back on the show?
no. Oh boy. So everyone's familiar with Igloo in the sense that they do this, the immersive experience. But I'm going to go beyond it. The way they've developed their platform is it's not just looking at 3 different walls and the floor or seeing whatever of video. You feel like you're in the movie, The Thing. Like, I don't know how they do that, but it's flipping awesome. And then what they got, oh, yeah.
The idea, like at a medical school or a place where you're working
Yes.
on in an ER, you can only get so far with a set of goggles.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can be in the room, having all the things, feeling like they're actually going on around you, that has the ability to change pedagogy for a number of disciplines.
Yes, absolutely. And what also, and by the way, I think this is also something important to tell people in our vertical, the way they've developed it, the cost to get into it. Because I know that one thing I've heard with, because everyone loves it. Who doesn't want it? But you sit there and go, oh, I hire it. I don't have the budget for that. No, they worked on it so well that you can do it, right? You can actually bring it in no matter what. Oh, Ryan Gray is going to unmute and talk about it. Go for it. Yes, you may.
If a community college in rural northern Arizona can do it, you can do it.
What college is that, Ryan Gray?
Yavapai College.
And who has a spouse who also is an alum of that?
That might be my Jesse Taylor +1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm remiss if I do not say that not only, like, look, if we can do it, anybody can do it. I'm serious about that. Talk to me about it. But our igloo installation is the first full 6-sided walls, floor, ceiling in the United States. They've only done 2 before, and they're both in the Middle East. So
Dustin is pouring his beer into my beer.
I told
Is
you
it
that.
whiskey?
No, I told you that was what's going to happen if you still kept giving him a hard time about being the bartender.
I'm not sick. I'm going to make it this week without the crud. Oh, you're just making it easy, going back and forth. By the way, UCLA is in the house. Welcome, Craig Shibley. He's on. Craig is on. Craig Shibley's on.
Hold on. All right, then I'm sorry, and I'll stop talking. Craig Shibley, what's up? So Craig Shibley is he has family in Prescott Valley who I am friends with. Is like Craig.
So we just got a trifecta of an alum.
Yeah, exactly. Craig Shibley has been to Prescott and Prescott Valley, Arizona, and we stopped by. I'll give one other thing, and then I will shut up. We stopped by the RDL.
No, you won't. That's the whole thing.
The RDL, I know exactly. RDL, which is Radio Digital Labs. RDL. They are the #1 volume manufacturer of Dante devices in the world, and they manufacture in Prescott, Arizona.
Hashtag fun fact.
Hashtag fun fact. I'll see myself out now.
Yeah.
No, I won't. I'll keep talking.
Well, no, because I'm going to put Chris back over there, but not until we talk about Netgear.
That's a good idea.
We are going to talk about Netgear because I was over there. I was on the Netgear podcast, which, by the way, so I'm going to tell this to people, why they're the best of ISE to me. They have a brand new training program coming out, and they're with education. And guess what organization they want to help guide them in what we need? I thought you were done talking.
I'm guessing. You said to guess.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm going to be quiet now.
You can guess.
That's
No,
a
I'm
rhetorical statement.
Oh, Craig's here for you. Right.
Brother, what's up?
I'm just here for Ryan. Oh.
Netgear has an amazing education portfolio on their website already. To hear that they're adding more.
And they're going to add custom content just for our people so we can work with our IT groups.
They are already a go-to name in the industry to learn a lot of that stuff, and to get all that extra information out there, it's a gift.
I mean,
most places would make you pay for what they are just giving out. A lot can be learned from them, and they have it for all different levels of experience and knowledge. So I have a lot of respect for their education.
Yeah, and the thing is one of the things that I love about them is they come. I actually don't know this, but I'm going to say it because what my experience pre-configured for AV. Like, they understand what we're trying to do, what we need to do with our networks, where we need to send traffic. Because I remember taking, my Dante 3 class and going, oh, you got to do this and I got to do that on whatever switch. And they're like, no, just take it out of the box.
It just works.
And just take it out of the box and plug it in.
yeah, to have someone that is in the network world and so firmly enmeshed into the AV world, so they speak both languages like most of your switch manufacturers just don't.
Yep, 100%. And the way they've given us just support of the higher ed vertical in the like recent months, and they're only like what they're three booths away
they
from
are
us.
another neighbor of ours. Yeah.
And the way they keep coming by and going, "What are you hearing? What are you hearing? What are you doing?" And like, wait, what do you mean? What am I hearing? Well, from your people, are they asking? So they're trying to get like voice of the customer at the show.
Yeah,
And it's
for
like-
them, it's their learning opportunity as well.
Yep.
Not just to teach other people here today.
100%, 100%. Chris, I want to say from my heart, thank you again for your service this week.
Thank you. I
I'm
love
gonna
being
let-
here.
I'm going to let you go back over there so I don't have to hear Ryan keep coming on. Ryan has his feet
With
up
his
on the table.
Feet on the table.
Right. You know that you're supposed to be working the happy hour.
He's producing.
No, a real producer doesn't put his feet up on the table.
Then you should have hired a real producer. I'm having a conversation with Aaron, the two of you.
Well,
You know.
guess what?
Oh, Aaron's coming into the show.
She's coming on next.
I had a feeling that's what was going to happen.
In the brief interim of changing over, I'm going to turn the camera around so people can get an idea of what's going on right here and a view of DJ Carbone.
Okay. Well, the producer just,
He said it. It's the truth. I'm going to take my
I
feet
know
off
it
the
is.
table now.
That would be good. You're coming in. We are bringing the one, the only. Oh, yeah. So we're showing Ryan. There we go. We're looking at the camera. He's just cramming Pat. There's the connected classroom over there. There's our booth peeps. There you go. There's T-Roy.
T-Roy.
What?
I love it. I love it.
And you got Little Rico's coffee shop. I made up T-Roy the other night, and now it's just stuck.
Yeah.
He's now T-Roy to me.
I mean, nothing compared to Leroy, that we had arguments over it in education meetings, whether it was Leroy or if it was Leroy. It apparently is Leroy. It is so actually. So this is a little sneak peek into the education summit. It was an expert on I forgot what exactly it was that he's an expert in, but we've reached out to him to keynote for us.
Okay, by the way, sorry, there's one thing that has to be said. Ryan left and Craig Shibley dropped.
I mean, you know what he came for, I guess.
Yeah.
Leroy is an absolute expert in FERPA and other regulations like that.
Why, thank you very much, Chris Kelly.
Oh, all right. Aaron. Oh, cowbell's back. I don't know if y'all can hear the cowbells, but looks like the cowbell is back.
Apparently, they have a fever,
Mm-hmm.
and the only cure for that fever is more combo.
Oh, Lordy.
I love a good Saturday Night Live reference.
At Friday at 2:20 p.m. Wait, I'm into your time. You're supposed to be recording EdTech right now.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
That's all right. We'll get it in.
We just won't be breaking this thing down ever.
We will. Wait, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. We'll be breaking it down. All right. So 2 booths, rocking it, killing it. Give us your impression of ISE 2026.
Woo.
Hi, Aaron. Aaron. And again, everyone loves the guests. They don't love me.
But no, it has been amazing. I mean, obviously we've got a lot that we've learned about having 2 separate ones. It's a lot of work.
Tim loves me.
Are you sure about that?
No. John and Mike are on now. All right. Welcome.
Nice. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, so keep on.
In
I
our
cut you off.
ridiculousness. No, but yeah. So there is a lot to do, and it was, you know, we were stretched a little thin on those couple of days, especially since I made the decision to not be at either booth for half of yesterday, but
because you were at Avixa TV
that
stage.
is exactly.
Talk
I was
about Avixa's presence.
So I had the opportunity to be on the Exchange Live stage, where they had lots of little 40-minute chats and panels about a variety of topics throughout the days. The one that I spoke at particularly was the accessibility in classrooms, which it was such a good conversation. It was Greg Carsons, who we all know and love,
right here.
who was here
He was
just a
here.
few minutes ago. But who is now with Avixa, but was one of our higher ed friends, and it was such a great conversation. But it really kind of showed that we could have made that like a 3-hour panel essentially, because we didn't get to so many of the there were so many questions. Sanjay planned a lot of questions out, and we didn't get to any of it. And in order to have time to open it up to the guests, to the audience, and the audience brought a couple of really great questions also. But yeah, it's such an amazing topic, and it probably will be something that comes up again at InfoComm.
That's right. They asked you to do it over. It's so good. They want to do it again.
It sounds like it.
I love it.
We'll see.
All right. Speaking of because your accessibility in the classrooms.
Yeah.
One of the bests of is definitely Epiphan and what they're bringing. Right. Ron, of course, Ron and Lex and all that are our peeps.
Yeah.
But what they're showing there and how they're moving and using the Nexus and the Pearls and all that and saying, look, the move to we want to give you management centrally from where you're at. How important is that for you at your campus? Because, it's not just the box. Yes, you're going to put a box in.
Yeah.
But when you're bringing accessibility across an enterprise, that's what Epiphan's bringing. So talk about that.
Yeah, no, because you need to be able to manage all of it in a scalable way, as opposed to everything has its own little different ways to connect to it and stuff. You need to be able to centralize a lot of those things. But yeah, no, I'm super excited about all of what they're bringing right now.
And what they also did was we had a great day on Saturday with Epiphan, because they sponsored our board and all our group coming out here to a day at Cummerell Golf Course and Spa.
And spa.
How was the spa experience?
The spa was wonderful. Of course, I am not a golfer. I think anybody who's been to the golf tournament knows that one. But yeah, so I got to experience the spa, and it was lovely. And shout out to Olga, who
By the way, how many times I've heard the word shout out to Olga this week?
Yeah, because on the intake form, they ask you what kind of pressure you want, and I put hard, and she was like, and did not disappoint in the slightest.
I will say the fact that we're all not feeling like crap on the Friday of ISE might have a lot to do with starting out with a little golf and spa.
No, absolutely, because usually by this point, I would be talking like this.
Brittany's like, we ran our golf station perfect. So there you go, Brittany Grant, your golf station at the HETMA Golf Classic.
Yeah, it was because I was not golfing and giving out Jello shots.
That would be
I know
it.
my role.
But here's the thing, though, and I know we're talking about the spa and all this, and just talking here's the thing with Epiphan. There's no other company, and I will tell you this right now, that says I need to connect with my people more than anything else, right? I need to be able to get in and sure, is it fun to do these, these trips? Is it fun to do this? But they're the ones that design the product to say, what do you need? And we're going to continue to develop in that way.
Well, right. I mean, and that's why HETMA exists, essentially, because that is what, we want that whole help you, help us, help you, help us. Like, so, but they listen.
Yes. And they do more than listen. They listen and then
deliver.
redevelop the product after listening.
No, yeah, absolutely.
There was one other partner on that trip as well, and that is Diversified, an integrator, a global integrator who came in. Matt has been killing it and catering everything. What does it mean when you have a U.S. integrator and our reps, Matt, and coming out here and saying, I'm here for you this week and I'm here to serve your organization? How important is that for you when you're evaluating who to work with on your campuses?
Yeah, I mean, it points to the fact that, like, they are paying attention. They know, like, they're dialing it in. They're not going to be the kind of integrator that is like, this is what you need. And it was like, no, I don't. Like, don't tell me what I need. I will tell you.
Sounds like there might be a conversation on the next Ed Tech about that.
There absolutely might be, about a certain article that we've all had our feathers ruffled about. But no, I mean, yeah,
and Diversified is not that.
No, they
Complete
absolutely are not. They want to listen to what we're doing and work with us on a solution, as opposed to like, here it is. Here's the box. But and that is, I appreciate that. Absolutely.
Well, and one of the things too is the way that they have come by everything we're doing, whether, obviously the trip, then we've got next, then we've got the other conference, and then we're here and we have our happy hour, we have our education, everything we're doing. And they're like, what do I need to do to help you make this successful? Matt's like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? It's like, you're doing too much already.
Yeah,
Like,
it's wonderful. It's great. Yeah. Or like, even like meeting up with us last night at another rate. Did not need to do that in the slightest.
Yeah.
But was like, hey, how are you guys doing? What's up? Like, yeah.
Okay.
It's wonderful.
Which was better. So we also had a wonderful executive dinner the other night. Sponsored by Diversified.
Yeah.
Which was better, the sushi, the steak, or the paella? And by the way, yes, all three at the number 7 best club in the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
Shoko. It really, for me, okay, so for me, I'm like, the paella was probably the best paella I have had on this trip. Probably not the best I've had ever. But that steak. I mean, so I am a big fan of Alberta beef from Canada. Like, to me, that is, when I'm like thinking beef, I'm going for Alberta if it's available. But the ribeye came from Girona. And I'm like, I may now have a new favorite.
Girona, how and going through Girona.
Well, yeah, I mean, it tied it all together, because I was like, I know the region that this cow came from.
We had a nice little dinner.
Yeah.
Up there in Girona, which is where they filmed Game of Thrones. So we're like fangirling any of those locations.
Yeah, I mean, that little like flatbread bread pizza place and pasta little restaurant, like, it's tiny. It's so tiny. Our group filled the place, and they actually turned people away who came to order food because they were like, it's gonna be a while. Like, I'm not gonna get to you because we ordered so much food. But it was remarkable. There were 2 young kids that came in, and it turns out they were actually from Idaho. And their parents, like, they're living in Spain for like a year so that the kids become like immersed in the language. Yeah, so I was like, that is an unbelievable experience because we were like, who are these kids and why are they alone? But
what
they
was
were
the amazing thing about those kids?
They were so
they were
mature.
giving us so much shit.
Oh my god, they were like
they were throwing jokes back. Were they just happy to see Americans, or were they really?
I mean, I think that was part of it too. But I mean, they were just beyond their years.
The kid is like, he's like what, 12, 14? I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's like, how do you order pizza in Spain? I don't know how. Send your kids down to get it for you.
And we were like, yeah, no. Absolutely, but that also like is such a cultural difference because that would have happened in like the 80s in the U.S.
Yes.
But nowadays you don't see that, and I think that's why we all kind of were like,
yep.
Who are these kids? But then it was like, well, their flat is like above the restaurant. Apparently they do that regularly, but it's not something we're used to, and it's a cultural difference. Whereas they feel completely safe having their kids go in, have a little autonomy, and they don't have to be helicopter parents. And I'm like, man.
Yep.
I would love to be able to do that for my son. I mean, now it's a little late because he's ready to go off to college, but.
All right. Before we leave, though, before I have you leave and Troy comes in, because Troy's going to close it out.
Okay.
But
awesome.
One more thing. Yeah. You were at the next conference.
I was. Yes.
So talk about that. That was the Sunday night executive leadership. It was Sunday and Monday, but obviously we were doing booth build. We were there Sunday. Besides the great keynote I gave, because that's the given. We all know that. You don't have to talk about that. You can pat my back if you'd like to. But my fragile ego needs it. But besides my great keynote, what did you think about next and coming in and having a dedicated AI conference? How does that fit into higher ed? How does that fit into AV, et cetera?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it fits into into higher ed and AV perfectly. Like that is the topic of the day. Like you can't turn around without AI being like, hey-o. But it especially like even at the EdTech Congress, like I looked at a lot of the sessions and almost every single one was
somebody once told me
something about AI. So it was it shows you that it is there. The the education field is all about it and exploring all of the options when it comes to AI. So it was really interesting at the next conference to hear the different perspectives within the AV kind of realm, and especially the different. I did appreciate how Byron ran the day, and it was it seemed very
it was on time.
A little familiar. Well, that too, but it a little familiar in that it was a keynote, pretty much essentially a panel, some roundtable discussions. Sounds familiar.
Like an education summit that HETMA puts on?
Yeah.
Like maybe it was a partnership for a reason and we helped coach them through that?
Absolutely.
Maybe for that reason?
Absolutely. But yeah, it was great. Like there were some amazing conversations that were happening. I'm glad that the roundtables got recorded because I'm very, very interested to hear potentially the other conversations that were happening that was out a different table than mine, because I know mine was great. So I'm like, I can only imagine what the other ones were like.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Aaron, thank you for joining. It's T-Roy's time. Cowbell. Are you bringing the cowbell with you? T-Roy. By the way, your zipper is down, Troy.
Jenkins. Well, I mean, his zipper is at like his knee.
I know.
So really.
Well, as an American, why would we not walk around? All right. Christina. All right, Troy. Mike, would you stop following me around everywhere? ISC executive leadership right here joining the podcast. No. And now he runs. How was the week for you?
Amazing.
It was an amazing week.
Best week we ever had.
Oh wait, hold on. Here we go. Say it again. You are live, by the way.
I'm live.
You are live. This is Michael Frater. Here we go. So tell people who you are and what you do.
I'm the Senior Sales Director of Integrated Systems. And yeah, happy to join you here. It's really a coincidence.
You literally well, how many coincidences have we had this week?
I think it's the 8th or 9th, right?
It started at a breakfast the first day, then the bar, then the ISE VIP dinner, and then and last night, yes.
It's true. It's amazing. Yeah, we had the best week ever. I'm a little bit breathless, out of words. We have already sold 2027. We are sold out. Visitor-wise, the second day, Tuesday, was the best day we ever had in the life of ISE.
Yes.
And I think we're heading to our target. I don't want to say a figure.
Are you gonna, Mike Black? I asked him if you're gonna hit 6 figures. Tell us right now. It's only gonna end. There's not. We're live.
Shall I type it here in? No.
Yes. Can I see it? I will embargo it. If you tell me, I'll embargo it.
Let's say we're having around 90,000 plus.
Okay. My over under is 94,000.
That is your estimate?
Yes.
That's amazing. I love this figure. So next year 100.
Next year 100. All right, thank you, Michael. I don't want to keep you, but I'll see you at the hotel bar tonight, I'm sure. Great, we'll see you. Oh, what a great. What that was, we just had a walk-by celebrity. That was amazing. Oh, now he has to fix the camera here because we just had a celebrity walk by and we threw on the show.
That's right.
That's
how we do it here.
That's pretty amazing. But you know what? How many celebrities come by the HETMA booth?
A lot. We get celebrities here. We're a popular stop.
We are the stop of stops. Okay, Troy. Just top line impression 2026 ISE HETMA show and our booth and all of that in our experience. Takeaways.
So tiring again, we're all just, I think, ready for the day to end, to pack up the booth and start planning for next year. But I think it's been great. Having the 2 spaces was a real big challenge. And really, we didn't get the second space until pretty late in the game. So, it was even more of a challenge. Bringing all these people out here, it's twice what we brought last year. And there's a lot of people in this booth, when everybody's in here. And it's been tricky to keep everything kind of together and organized. Hey, Tim.
HETMA's the place to be. Hi,
That's
Troy.
Right. That's right, Tim. It is the place to be. Just really excited. I was over here at ISE the whole time. I didn't. I was running this booth, and everybody else pretty much had a opportunity to get over to EdTech. So I didn't get to see it, but it sounds like a great show. Sounds a little bit more pedagogy focused. Sort of like EDUCAUSE, what EDUCAUSE has kind of become. And I think both EDUCAUSE and the EdTech Congress are kind of headed back towards that pro AV realm with the conversations we've had with leadership. So I think that's really exciting to kind of be a part of this at the ground floor, and really help get to shape what the new Hall Zero Education Center is going to look like in 2 years.
Yeah, and so since you've been here, because a couple of us had to leave for a couple days to run that one because they were, they're not co-located. One of the things that I heard when people stopped by here, and actually I think we had a conversation just last night, the biggest change of us here is the way, well, I said it earlier 2 hours ago on this live broadcast, is we are no longer, anyone who speaks English is now HETMA. No. The way the globe has come together and said, I need you, I want you, who are you, how do I start a chapter? Oh, you just email us and we're going to give you all resources to do that. So talk about that and the way the globe has felt like they've come to us.
Yeah, I think there's been a dearth of organizations. A dearth? Yeah, that's a good word. You like that word? How about that?
You threw another word out earlier too that I was like, whatever. Anyway, go with it.
But I'm a columnist. I got to use big words, right?
There you go. You got the press pass.
So
Just
I
for
think,
the the sandwiches downstairs.
that's and the sodas and
Yeah.
pastries. Yeah, of course. And the bathroom. There's no line there. Yeah.
That is the best
So,
bathroom.
It is. So international, I think, there hasn't been anybody here, in Europe that wasn't an English-speaking organization that's been doing what we do.
Yep.
And now that's not the case anymore. And I think, the people who aren't English-speaking as their primary language, we're really hungry for that.
Yes.
You can tell by the excitement that they have when they come up and kind of see what we're all about and realize what we potentially have to offer them.
Yes. And I think that's it. Our mission goes across languages, cultures, social norms, all of that. Our problem has been, how do we get that to people?
Yeah.
And now this is the year it finally turned.
Yeah, I mean it's hard, right? We don't speak all these languages. We don't have people in our orgs who speak all these languages. So just coming over here and kind of taking that risk, I mean, it's a huge investment of time and money. So coming over and taking that risk was a big one, you know. And then I think that at the end of the day, I think we all, in HETMA leadership and our wonderful members understand that what we offer is valuable. So it was worth that risk and worth that investment.
Absolutely. One of the things we're doing here on the Best of ISC is also talking about, we are at an AV trade show. We have to talk about product. Shure coming in, big. Tell us your impressions of kind of what you saw from the Shure people and the booth and what they're doing here.
I mean, big things. Shure's always doing big things. The
Chicago company with you. There you go.
Right down the street. I love it. They're a company that sends our U.S. reps out here. It's all Aaron and a bunch of the other guys out here. Chris. Yeah, sorry. Chris. Aaron is the better Neiman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The better Neiman. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have brothers in the same company, right? Great. Yeah. Shure's doing great things. Really was excited to see them, and what they're doing, and always love to support those local companies. It's great to be able to just drive 5 minutes down the street to get all the support you need, right?
All right. But now when we go by the booth and you see how their product and their new bar and all that, right? I mean, what does that mean for higher ed to have something where you can do all of what we need in one device?
Less SKUs, less points of failure, less investment monetarily, and time-wise, facilities, all that stuff. Just less and more, right? Yeah. So I think that's kind of where the industry is really headed. With devices doing more on their own. And I think it's just going to get better with AI as it improves.
100%. And that's what we've seen, right? Is taking these technologies and pulling them together and make it in one thing. Also, we're going to stay in Chicago and go to CDW.
Okay.
Because CDW came in huge.
They did. Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about a company that had a presence without having a presence.
Absolutely.
So they're here. They're obviously one of our great new Diamond partners as well. But here's what happened. They came by our booth, and again, and I talked about this earlier. How do we help you? How do we serve you? But what did they say when they came by? We're here to learn, not to sell.
Absolutely.
Who says that?
CDW.
That was pretty awesome. So talk a little bit about, when we're talking to the people, kind of what's the impression you got from them as they're coming by with us?
Well, I think, they had the right attitude, rather than coming out to try to, sell and put themselves in a position of, to make those sales. They just came out and they listened to what we needed, what we wanted. That's going to, in the long run, be far more valuable to them in terms of making sales in higher education than, had they just come out here being, pushy salesmen.
Yeah, 100%. And here's the thing, too, is when we're buying through CDW, their distributor. It's not the product, but we need to trust who we're buying through, and then we're going to get
100%.
that service.
100%.
And the fact that they brought their contingent out to hang out here with us tells you everything you need to know about that company.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I love that. One other company, X10AV. X10AV with their new AI and the AI bot to create an entire thing on I need a blah, blah, blah. What does that mean for you as someone who manages across the whole campus?
I mean, it's great. And this is the kind of thing I think that AI is really going to change, right? These are obviously, it's something that takes a lot of, experience and knowledge to design classrooms. But it's easy enough to put that knowledge, make that knowledge available to an AI. And a lot of the actual design work, CAD drawings and stuff, it's very tedious. And there's not much else to say about it. It's very tedious.
Yeah.
But anything you can eliminate, I mean, it frees me up. It frees up my designers to do so many other things, If I can put all of my basic, simple classrooms, and have AI design them, have AI program them, like, maybe Chia's doing a little bit of, it just makes it so much easier for me to focus on those bigger projects, those harder,
100%.
those more that I can't let AI do because they kind of require that personal touch.
Yep, absolutely. Closing question then. Where do we go from here with 2027? What are you looking for us as HETMA?
I think, keep on pushing into EMEA, keep on pushing into, the rest of the world. I think, ISE is a wonderful conference to do that, but there's also other ones, InfoComm Asia, InfoComm Latin America, HETMA. Like, there's a lot of great organizations out there and great conferences out there that we should be a part of to continue to grow our.
Did you just tease what's about to happen?
I might have.
You just did. Did you just break, for those who've now been listening for 2 hours? Yes, we are at every Avixa conference around the globe going forward and announcing. And if you all saw I think they put it out yesterday or something like that. T-Roy, thank you very much for joining. And everybody, we are about to close off. There's only 2 other partners I do want to talk about. And Christina's actually in the room right now with Save. Save did a training here for people. Why did you turn me off? I'm off. No, I'm not off. No, yeah. Oh, Christina's coming in. We're bringing Christina on right now.
As a professional producer, I turned off the
you
unused
turned off
microphone
the
to reduce the background noise.
Chris is back. We have a professional producer here. Oh, we have a professional producer. Christina,
Joe,
how was the show for you?
it was outstanding.
So you ran your certification yesterday.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about kind of what well, talk about the show, what it was like, because you kind of teased, and maybe you can't say it. We are live, by the way, so
Okay.
Just so you know. You had some heavy hitters in your trainings, too. So talk about that and kind of your total experience.
Okay. Well, as you know, Joe, SAVE has been the ISE official sustainability partner now since 2023, and our mission and initiatives have grown to become global. We now have 16 SAVE ambassadors in 14 countries and 5 continents, and so this year our focus is really on building our leadership and expanding the partnerships that we have, starting with HETMA, and really developing deep relationships with those who have been very supportive of our organization. So with that, we conducted a SAFE certification program, and 2 of our SAFE ambassadors were part of that. And we had individuals from, I want to say, 9 different countries. We had a gentleman from Kenya who has a sustainable AV company. We had the person in charge of AV for the University of Bordeaux in France.
I need an introduction.
Jean-Marc, and a gentleman who's with the French Embassy, who's in charge of their linguistics program. So it was quite a diverse group, very engaging workshop, and so we're absolutely thrilled.
I'm like, I remember, well, as people know, because they've heard many times, that, very early we had this connection and I believed in it. And now see, both of our orgs are here and representing big. I think it shows how much our industry has needed this, right? And you have it from your heart. Every time I talk to you, obviously, I even have my students get SAVE certified. I have my campus get SAVE certified, both of them. We're hosting the annual conference at UCLA, now second year in a row. Third year.
This would be the
year in a
third
row.
annual.
Oh my gosh, I actually didn't upset somebody for 3 years in a row. That's actually probably more of the record. But talk about really quickly, where does SAVE go from here? Because, people first they hear about it, then there's a conference. Now you're going big. Now you're doing certifications here. Now you've got a third global conference. What do you anticipate looking 2027, 2028 for the organization and our industry?
Yeah, well, that's a loaded question. So as you know, and more people know, SAVE's mission is to bring stakeholders together to do our part in taking concerted action in achieving the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. We're in 2026.
We're getting close.
And unfortunately, we're not achieving at the rate that we need to be. And I'll give some statistics that some of you may be familiar with, but in our industry, we're really responsible for electronic waste. We're in the show, more and more technology is coming out, and when that technology replaces the last generation, it becomes e-waste. Well, 62.5 million metric tons of e-waste was generated last year, and less than 18% of it was officially recycled. And that's goal number 12, responsible consumption and production. By 2030, at the rate we're going, is going to be 82 million metric tons. And and the industry is part of the problem. So one of our biggest focuses and initiatives is around how do we create a circular economy. So one of the initiatives that we are launching this year, and we have just formalized the council, is going to be the Sustainable Manufacturer Council.
Love that.
Yes.
Love that.
And it's and this council is going to be very focused on every aspect of what it will take to create a more sustainable manufacturing sector for our industry. And we have some really great people who are going to be part of the conference who have made material commitments to SAVE's mission around the Sustainable Development Goals. Wendy Feldstein and Mike Rogers from Crestron are co-chairing it. Eltharia Ricketts from Shore is part of it. Catherine Gaskell from Legrand, Joyce Kwan from Sony. And so it's going to start off, they're putting the plan together in the next month. Very excited about that. So that's one of the many things we're going to be doing.
I'm very excited about that. And I'm very excited to, again, host the conference in October.
October 13th and 14th.
That's right, at UCLA. So I'm excited about that. Thank you, Christina, for joining.
You,
and
Joe.
I'll see you back in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Hopefully you have wait, you cut? No, it's the producer is doing what the producer is supposed to do. There's only one last Best of ISE shout out I want to give, and that's PSNI. And hopefully you heard Chris Miller's conversation. They're actually just right next. They're like 2 down from us. Great overseeing. They're basically the HETMA of the integrators. If you're not familiar, obviously you don't work directly with PSNI, but like Diversified is a great member organization. CTI and AV Nation, Tim, welcome. Thank you for everything that you do. Are all the ones who help us be, successful. And so that is the last shout out. Oh, huzzah for the producer. Yes, let's do one last round of applause for Chris Kelly. But we're going to close it off. And just my closing thoughts as I kind of go here is well, I need to figure out the quickest way to a restroom. I've been sitting here for 2 hours, okay? And it hasn't been 2 hours, but it's been a while. I keep saying 2. I probably said 2 hours 2 hours ago when it was really only like 10 minutes, but it's okay. I'm still feeling the 2-hour podcast from 2 days ago. Overall, an incredible success we had this year at ISE. I want to thank a huge thank you to ISE and Avixa, because without them, this isn't possible. Without their support of our vertical, this isn't possible. And of course, all of our members, we are excited to have hit our 10,000. That's just crazy. And not only that, what that means is that we have the ability to serve in the needs of whatever you all need, right? And that's what we're here. We had a great conversation last night. I was trying to end the show, and now I'm talking about another story that just happened. Why do I do that? But we had a conversation last night that I feel like we're right back to the initial 10 of us who started this organization as a steering committee, and we're right back to our origin. And we're right back to how do we get the needs of our people? And we've redone it for all these other countries and all these other cultures who haven't had this opportunity. And in North America, we're big. We've got the money, but there's a lot of groups that are so siloed. It was almost like taking, our schools that are siloed, but now you've got these countries that are siloed and saying, we're here for you. And this is the year that happened. And I'm just so proud of every volunteer who was here, everyone who came to the show, everyone who has stopped by, because I think this is the turn that HETMA has needed to truly be that global thing. And so I have no words, and for me to have no words means a lot. That to be said, the TV just went off. T-Roy, your TV went off. And so did the audio. Someone unplugged something, and that's why we're amateurs. See, you know what? I could have ended. Why did I get a text from Atkins? Let's read live a message from Atkins. Oh, neon green. Wait, he's even getting more. All right. Well, you know what? Actually, the show floor ends shortly. It's not like it really needed. That being said, why not end on that? And thank you, everyone. I have to find the end button. I think it's over here. As always, none of the opinions expressed here are those of any of our respective organizations, institutions, sponsors, anyone who wants to sue us. That's it. That's how this works. And if you didn't like these opinions, there are maybe better ones next time. Thank you all. Are you sure you want to end? Yes, I do.